general, especially.
No, I just want to put a diverse into this Black History Month. Right?
No, we shouldn't call it.
No. Because what they're doing recently is trying to twist that Black History and call it diversity.
Yeah, make it for Asian.
So what does that do? That suppresses our legacy, our history.
And then a month, what the fuck you gonna do with a month?
Exactly.
You know, over in America, it's in February. How the fuck is Black History Month 1 month over here and then 1 month over there? Is we lying to ourselves? You know what I'm saying? Every fucking day, you know what I'm saying?
Every day for us.
We should call this then. It should be called Black History Month.
Yeah, but you know this will be a highlight month. We know it's a highlight.
RGB.
World History Month.
Black history within us.
Yeah, Black History.
Done. It's in us 24 hours,
24/7.
every day. We are Black history.
Every day.
I do this shit every day. See, that's how you know when you're real. And they know it. Shit, as soon as I wake up, I'm already at work. I'm sleeping at work. You know what I'm saying? So it got to be one with you. You know, you can't punch the clock and then run in your motherfucking telephone booth and turn around and become super nigga. You know what I'm saying? At 5 o'clock, 6, you super nigga now. You know what I'm saying? You can pull strings on you. You know what I'm saying? So eventually our people gotta be free of all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's about the babies.
For real.
Yeah, we've got to teach them babies and put things forward. So, what's been happening? What was we going to talk about in this Black History Month? That you was, as we're in the last week of it.
Maybe you
They
should.
wilding out.
We're not going to call it no Black History Month.
Okay, what we're going to call it?
We're going to call it Black Liberation.
Okay.
We've got our
Black
revolutionary
Liberation
here.
Year.
We got a revolutionary
That's
here
right.
who's going to come and educate us. We're going to listen to him.
Okay.
And this is the thing what we need to do now, especially over this side of the Atlantic. We need to get in touch and in balance with our comrades in the West.
Hey, believe me.
Because it's unbalanced.
That USA, UK link.
Hey, you know, if we get over here, man, and put these lessons down, man, family gonna advance. They know that shit. You know what I'm saying? We got some scholarship that's gonna, you know, make people really, you know, look at all this shit. Cause the facts is the facts. We got you. Whatever, we got you. Whatever philosophy, we got you.
So, like, with this Black History, let's talk about the family.
Well, the family is, you know, if you ain't ready to see this beast eye to eye, you ain't gonna have no family. We just told you that they take our babies, they do all kind of crazy shit to their babies. You see what I'm saying? And they been doing it. And they know we know. And we don't say, and we know they taking our babies doing all kind of crazy shit. Man, they doing all kind of, and they eating us. Shit, they organ harvesting and all of that. We been on crackers like flesh. Come on now, shit, we hide them facts because we scared to see. You know, we got to be able to look that beast in it. And when we can't do that, he can come punk us on anything. I don't give a fuck what you believe. He know he can come punk you. You know, he know how far you gonna go. So when you come with that real, y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all, because y'all got to punch in tomorrow. For real. And I ain't mad at you, but it's real. It's real. But, you know, I'm here just to tell the family, hey, that's all right. That's all right, I'm out.
Wheel and come again.
That's juice. The juice is gone.
Where's content?
Where's the spare, mate?
That's 100,000 views.
100,000 views gone.
100,000 views gone, boy.
1 minute.
Game over.
1 minute.
Leon!
They know that.
Leon!
It would have been nice if the brother come in the daytime and get better fun. It's nice and bright and get some nice action camera.
Lost out.
Good content there, mate.
No, that's what we
Good
need.
content there,
Brothers
mate.
need to wake up out it over this side. We skipping, we dancing, we hopping.
And the Hebrew is like, he wants that work. He wants that
Hey,
work.
you don't want that smoke.
He wants that smoke.
He thinks he can handle it.
Yeah,
wants that
yeah.
smoke.
I know.
What's that smoke? You don't want that smoke.
Can you ask him to give me a drop?
Probably will, yeah.
Smoke.
He's not going to badge you about the works.
Yeah, I hear you.
He's not going to badge you about the works, blood.
Come on. No. Come on. Fucking tell you. Where's content, man?
Shall I tell
He was
him?
about to get warmed up.
Shall I tell him?
Yeah.
Leon!
He's about to get warmed up.
Only got 50 seconds.
I ain't lying, you know. Yeah, I need a waited my man to come up on here. Talk to the guy. No. I'm on from the state of city.
Sarah even. I know about Sarah
Yeah.
before me even know about yesterday. I know about him before me know it.
Are we recording?
But what I love though,
We say Mohib.
if it comes,
We saying. Made it. What?
He said, come.
Because I roasted Ezra.
Reason.
Early in the morning.
For no reason.
Huh?
Don't get me wrong.
I don't get roasted, man. I do the roasting.
Hey, no,
No, go easy, fam.
Run out. Yeah.
where's everyone going, man? Where's they going? Miss Thousand.
Yo, the man dropped the mic.
Pick it up,
Yeah.
The man dropped the mic, so the man
Drop
have
the
to
mic,
go away.
bud.
Yeah, you drop.
Man, drop the mic. Black History mic.
You never had your spare.
Mad things.
See when you come in again now.
Yeah.
You could get a part 2 now.
Yeah. Something going on. Oh, is it touchy?
Yeah.
Part 2.
Yeah, reset it, part 2. The man, them forward.
Yeah.
Oh, come in now. Come in, say reasoning.
I say, you forget them man I killed last
Say,
week, man.
I come.
Oh, see.
No, leave it here.
Come in, man.
Yeah, in front of the camera.
I say now it's rolling though, man. When you're ready, it's rolling.
Yes. Hey, anyway, my brother.
Every time.
Come on. Yes. Yeah, man. You might as well get involved in this conversation, man. We're talking about Black History Month, supposedly.
I'll be in for the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, you know the ones there?
And then I go cut out.
Until Brother Seti comes back in.
Let's say.
He's just over there.
I ain't see him. So I know he came. Where's Mr. Riggs? There he is.
Yeah.
Oh, who's there? Camera rolling,
So
yeah?
anyway, yeah.
Calm. So what you saying? African history is world history. It's every day. It's not just one month.
Facts.
But during the month, I think it's good if you do try and make an extra effort to say to your youth, to say young people around you, look at this. And when we talk about African history and Black history, we're not talking about the after slavery period, because that slavery period and afterwards we call that the interruption. That's the interruption to African history. That's not our history. So we can study the interruption. That's cool. We have to study the history, and that goes a lot before that. And that's one thing we should do a lot more before this month is talk about Africa prior to colonization, before any of them man come in.
Right.
Yeah, sorry, that's my take on it.
Yeah. I think the for me, like you said, it's the missing parts of history, full stop. World history is being celebrated in this month. Because if they say it's Black history, then obviously that is the missing part. Because we don't have that information to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
You've got to bring that information forward, and like you're saying, a lot of that is hidden or it's been kept away.
That's right.
Or put on a certain rock, so you have to shed light.
Because
on
I mean,
history.
if we took a day in one museum,
You can point out all the Black history behind.
I think
all
it'd
those
take more than a month to collate all the stolen goods and the time periods where they came from, the what do you call it, the carbon dating, how old it was, and blah blah blah. These are the facts that they're holding in the British
I'd say
Museum.
with my team,
Go on.
the British curriculum in regards to the education of the children of the diaspora of Africa is mainly focused on a skewed, linear, small little section.
Right.
Therefore, it's not educating us on the grandness of the culture, like knot culture. Anyone Google knot culture, look at the artifacts. It's so beautiful in design. When you look at the statue.
Where's Nok? Which part of Africa?
It's
Nigeria.
Nigeria. So when you, 100%. When you look at the Benin statues, you know what I mean, the beauty, the bronze statues, the beauty of that, and the Yoruba statues, the beauty of that. And when you look at the Mali Empire, no one ever knew before Mansa Musa, they sent all ships to the Americas to explore. You know what I mean?
His predecessor, Abu Bakr.
His brother was there.
Yeah, Abu Bakr, you know that. You know that. So
it was Mali history, Songhai history, Ghana Empire, that's my thing.
Yeah, Ghana Empire, 100%. Like Dinga Cisse, the establishment of that. And also the myths. You know, like all the indigenous myths of these cultures that have the mystic messages in it defines our history. You know what I mean, none of the curriculum doesn't really focus on that for a reason, because Marcus Garvey said, you know, if you don't know your history, it's like a tree without your roots. And he also said, no civilization is complete without art, the highest form of human intelligence. So when you take in board our art and our richness, we need to embrace this, we need to embody this, we need to bring this forward, because this is who we are. We don't want just a skewed, limited perception pushed on us to say, this is who you are, we define ourselves. That's the bottom line. That's what I was thinking.
I think 100%. I think but the key is that what you say is the curriculum. We have to really start moving towards getting our own curriculums in our Saturday schools and all these places that we have amongst our community that we're teaching all our youths. All those things you just said about knot culture, about Songhai, and beyond that. So we got a lot of people. You know, brother Seti says, so we got a lot of people here to talk about Kemet, talk about Hebrew Israelites, talk about all this sort of stuff. It's all good us having our discussions, our debates about it. But for the youth, we need to be taking all these discussion debates and compiling books and compilations so that you can actually start teaching the youths all the different theories and perspectives within overall wider thoughts of African peoples or people from that continent, you understand?
Because like you're saying, it's not enough for us just to go home and teach our own youths, because there are going to be people in our communities who actually don't have the benefit of having people that are able to communicate. So we need to set up our own institutions for these individuals. You know what I mean? And everyone's doing it. This is what everyone's about. But we just need to keep the thing rolling.
I just want to know how many slavery films are going to be played by the...
Played this month?
Yeah, played this month.
Oh, I have not played one yet this month.
It might not be slavery this time.
You know they ain't going to play...
You know what I'm saying? They pick and choose. Yeah, like not every year. Some years they go ham.
Yeah.
Just every slavery, like, wow, what's going on? You mean, I'm Mr. like, wow. 8 o'clock feature and that.
I'm plugged from the TV, so I missed. But BBC been doing some Black Hollywood thing or something like that. Or whatever.
You're trying to do a documentary or two, but it's mainly around slavery.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Even the Black Hollywood thing, that's a success to some people, the fact we've been able to achieve in Hollywood.
Right.
My thing is, when we have Nollywood on the same level as Hollywood, that's when I'll be higher. Number one. That's when I'll be celebrating.
I mean, Bollywood, African number
success.
2, Hollywood, number 3.
That's it.
Highest grossing.
That's it. So we need to get our stuff up there, do you know what I mean? And building on our platform. Because all good celebrating the fact that we've been able to enjoy with other people's communities and achieve in their communities. Right. We've proven that we could do that from the 60s anyway, James Brown and them, man. Yeah, we've proven we could do that. Right. Now the question is, how are you going to build our own that is above theirs or competing even or whatever? Do you know what I mean? And that's what
it just embodies all the genuine principles that comes from our ancestry. You know? I mean, when you look at them cultures, you can see when they moved us over here, it was like a dehumanization and reprogramming of an individual for one result. You know what I mean? To become a human resource.
I get scared when I go to a museum and I see reflections of everybody here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
In paintings, in all sorts. It's like, whoa, hold on, wait. You said pre-Raphaelite, yeah? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see the big broad nose in the back. A more, or something, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You walk around that thing in Nelson's column or whatever, you pick out the black men in there as well. You know what I mean? So you always find our history entwined in the thing. So our history is indeed world history. So if you're out here and you happen to not be a black person, and Black History Month's come around and you ain't done nothing, maybe you need to pick up a book and listen to some of the stuff we're talking about.
Exactly.
You know, you got Seti here, but you got man like who's some of the old philosophers? You got Shake Hands with Diop,
Henry Clark.
You get me. I can't remember all the names right now. You know, just jumping out of my head just when I'm trying to say them. We've got so many Rodney Waters, we've got so many philosophers and and historians. Joseph and Yoke, go and read up to what they're saying and understand history from a different perspective than what you're getting given. And if this 1 month, it's more for you than us really, because like you say, we live black history every day. So the non-black people, it's time for you who ignore black history to actually go out there and go read up on our stuff and actually understand where we're coming from and see the contributions that we've made, which is many. And like I say, it's not just post-slave trade, post-colonial era. We've made impact to history, going right back to the start, going back to Kemet, like I said, all the way.
Even when you look at Greek philosophy.
When we come to the park, yeah. Sorry to cut you. Sorry. When we come to the park, yeah.
Fully loaded.
You come with your tools.
Fully
You come with your
loaded
tools.
with
Yeah.
The knowledge
One of the
is there.
most essential ones I say is this one.
Nuwaubian nation.
Ikra. Read. You get what I'm saying? Read. You get me? Big up to the sister, God rest her soul. You get what I'm saying? She's passed away this year. You get what I'm saying? But she bought us, yeah, come on. Francis Cresswellson. You get me? All this colorism business. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, we have books, man. We make sure. Yeah? We travel with our tools. You get what I'm saying? Because this is supposedly an intellectual battle, but they don't give us black man credit about being intellectual. If you have a Bible, make sure it's well used. You know, make sure it's well used. Like, make sure. Like, this is what we do. Yeah, this is why.
And you got points to
Get
go
me?
to.
I am the originator of Scholar Gang. You get what I'm saying? Because we gangster with these books. Gangster. You get what I'm saying? Not gangster like, yeah. Oh, gang. No, gang. Guiding the new generation with correct information. Do your research. You know, put notes and, you know, I don't know, bookmarks in your thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, make sure you travel or you take time out to read something. You get me? I got my phones and all of that, and that's not all what it's about. Trust me. Wikipedia hasn't got all the answers. You get what I'm saying? Your people and your ancestors do. You get what I'm saying? So most of us get education from about our root and heritage from our family. Do you get what I'm saying?
Through work from mouth to ear.
Right.
Yeah, that's where it really started from.
Yeah.
Where the eldest would sit down with the youngest with word from mouth. You know what I mean? And that's why your eldest would always say you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You should listen.
Exactly.
Because some of the vital information and knowledge you need is within those words. Because before it was all books and stuff, it was oral people. We could always express ourselves through words and action, and that's the main thing. When we try to bring out the narratives of gang guiding the new generation, this is what it's about. It's about liberating on all fronts. Education first. We have to educate the minds first, as well as the spirits, because some of us here are do follow a religion, do have a way of life, what might not even be cleared up of the truth or through that religion. So you have to study. Study is what brought you here. And as African people, especially in the West, we should stop neglecting our true history and our roots. We shouldn't be ashamed of it at all. Because over here in the UK, we always skip and dive our stuff. We don't like talking exactly how it is. We like to duck. We like to weave around the truth. And that's how our youths or our younger generation is very confused today. So we should stop doing that. Teach them how we learn. We learn war history, war roots, and we have to teach our children that. We have to stop playing around. The European consciousness of black people, even we get the better education, so they say, within the universities, but we're still unbalanced compared to our comrades in the West. Now in America and England, we are here and we're not proud of who we are. Many people not even proud to call themselves African. We use their labels, they call us Caribbean. What? Caribbean. To where? Back to our indigenous selves.
Come on.
The true indigenous Meridians who are the African Orient descents, who was there, who were the true people of America. Where true slavery is the start of our
incarceration.
Slavery was the part of our de-information and our de-education process. Because for the 6 periods of slavery, and now we don't know shit. And even we take a brother from Africa, not Africa, we should say Nigeria, a few other places, if they don't know their roots, they don't know nothing, they're still colonized. And they're under the neo-colonialism because you got a blackface now was leading the forefront. Throughout the UK, when we have our educational cultures heads who are administration of our culture, we don't know shit apart from handcuffs and shackles in our chains. Yeah, that's all we know about our slavery. What about post before that? In every war, you realise that they kidnap their scientists, they kidnap their technologists, they kidnap all of their professional people. And that's the same thing they did to us. Because we are the architects of England and Europe, and I don't even need to talk about pre-black and more. It's facts that we got a coma and we suffer from major trauma in ourselves. Because as black, or as an African man myself, I know a lot of people like to skip and jump and run and don't like to talk about certain stuff like this. You know, as gang, we have to guide our youths. Our youths are in trouble, and every culture is affected, and everybody's doing something about it, and we have to. Our culture, our peoples are dying straight over here. You know, average person don't know who Marcus Garvey is, and Marcus Garvey was in this same spot all 80 years ago, speaking what I'm speaking, try to define and develop black power or African power, because African, if we say all power to the people, we look at the global perspective, we are the only people who still has not developed our true level of power. So we have to inspire, educate and inspire our youths, and we have to educate and inspire ourselves, and we have to really take up. We have to liberate ourselves, man. We have to stop ducking, we have to stop hiding. You know? We have to bang on this beast.
Definitely. I think a lot of it comes from the program that's put out there. You get what I'm saying? All of it is a program, the education system, the information we receive on the internet, the history, any type of facts is controlled by these certain organizations. Do you get what I'm saying?
And that's it. And what they will do is, well, the same organisations will make us look bad for putting this information out. So this is another thing we going through over here. I realise when we try to put out the positive narratives of gang, we always have our own people, our own black people who is programmed to come out and say what we're doing is negative. We ain't convicted. None of gang members has been convicted since we've been doing our thing. We've been out in the community, linking up and networking different organisations. We're still out here. We're still coming to the park. Can't stop, won't stop.
Hey,
simple.
You're trying to unite people right now.
How many debates have you had?
So many, man. I ain't about to get, y'all ain't about to get no smoke out here today. I'm gonna come. I love the fire though. You feel me?
I'm here with my people, man.
No, man, I'm on.
Let's divide us up. Stay with us. We won.
You know what I'm saying? It'll be plenty time for that. I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? I've been through that. You know, y'all got to get the information and catch up. Straight up.
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
The book alone, you know what I'm saying? That mechanism. Shit, books come out of ease. You ain't got no bill. How the hell you get a book? You know what I'm saying? Paper come from papyrus. Shit, ain't nobody had books before Egypt. That's the truth. But that just, you know what I'm saying, the bare mechanism of the book. You know, that shit come out of Egypt. That's fact. Everything is a printed book, just rolled off the printing press just 2 days ago. You know, Egypt, the only nation, got original scrolls. Original. It ain't an edition or shit. You know what I'm saying? The all this shit come off a printing press. Believe that, every book out here.
I heard about
I mean, they built in mud. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't on the level of Egypt. That's stone, you know what I'm saying? Two different things. So that shit in the Bible about them being they wasn't on that level. It would be there, flat out. You see what I'm saying? It would be there. Ain't no excuse. You see? They don't want no smoke, y'all. I'm gonna be black, man. They don't want no smoke.
Big up man like Seti. No, Captain. Drop that flavour for them. You already did, innit, my brother?
Boy, all day, we have to do this. We have to drop our flames and stuff. Nah, hey, it's a hard work, hard processing in them, boy. It's like we're under a coma, amnesia more, man. No one don't want to wake up over here. People want to stay in the dead books, you know, and when we try to give them the real coming through by day, every day it's a written book in our book, we write. That's the true book, and that's the true essence, and that's what was on the walls or that what was on the metanetta, on the walls, when they was trying to teach that every day of your life, you write a new page. Everything you do in that day is a new page of that day. And that's what it was. We didn't worship the sun like what people think. That day, when tomorrow morning come, we never mourned for it. We grandized it. We gave reverence to it. We gave thanks to our ancestors because we saw it as one. You understand? We're over here because we're too religious. We can't differentiate the origins to this because, come on man, who's teaching us? Who's brainwashing us? Who's educating us? Do we have brothers like this which are debate over dead books where no one in the book's alive and we all here alive? Why can't we talk about the ones who are living? You know, it ain't productive, man. I have our special guest, what should I tell over dead book?
Too many people are saying.
That ain't no fight, man.
Too many people here are caught in that fasting, man.
We have our camera, man. We're trying to dead book. Peace.
Exactly.
Peace.
We've got the action right here, fam.
Hey, hey, we've got the living book here, man. Hey, hold on. Hey, Matthew, why are you arguing over dead books and we have the living book here, man? We're the living chapters, you know.
That's the real dilemma right there.
Guiding the new generation, guiding them out of this dead business. Everything's dead.
Branded conversation.
Nah, man, we need to bring things alive, man.
Uplift things, innit?
Uplift things, man. What's going on?
Take it to the next level, innit, fam? You know?
Come take over everything from your
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
Culture, if you want to call it that, or faith, it's quite strong in the sense that, you know, as you would say, it's domineering. English culture, it's quite easy to chip away at it, and I think these people are probably frightened about it.
That's the insecurity I was talking
Oh yeah, it's
But you're both talking as if Islamic culture is one.
Of course, it's not homogenous.
It's not a homogenous thing, and it's not.
But one thing we do all agree upon is the Quran. We do agree that the Quran is a revelation from God Himself,